Hey. Oh my gosh, I just want to get on here really quick. I'm making some food finally. I have a couple more things I need to do today, but something about purpose just keeps echoing in my mind, so I want to share it with you guys. I need to get my eyebrows fixed. Oh my gosh. Sometimes and I say we because I was here. I just went through this, and I remember a few years ago talking about gifts and asking what my gifts were and how do you know what your gifts are, and for me, gifts was something that was tangible or something I could see or something that I looked at someone else and said that's a gift that they have. Singing, musicians, poet, all of the skills where I can look at the person and see them doing it and say, oh yeah, that's a skill, that's a gift. And I never really considered that some of our gifts are things that are behind the scenes up until that point, right? Sometimes it's just being compassionate, listening, being able to be a counselor of sorts to people, or to share your experience, to light people up, to inspire people, to motivate people, to have compassion. So anyways, that was something that was really just, it's been echoing because people have been asking me a lot of questions in these sessions about their purpose and what are they here to do? What are they here to bring? Or how can they get to this end state of freedom that they have imagined in their mind, whether it's being rich or being happy or not having to work a 9 to 5 and all of these other things. And sometimes we have to pause and remember that we have to start at step 1. And step 1 is gaining the tools to get to step 13, to get to step 20. So as you're going through trials, as you're going through character building days, as one of my mentor calls challenging days, as you're going through all of these things, find the silver lining. The silver lining is that you are gaining wisdom. You are gaining tools that you are going to use later on when you get to those later steps so that you can handle those problems, whether they're for you or someone around you, with ease. So it comes with flow, so it's easier, so it doesn't stop you in your tracks immediately because you don't know how to handle it, because you don't have the fundamental tools to get through that thing, that whatever it could look like, something different for everyone. Now, I don't want to put people's business out there, but whatever it could be. And for me, just an example of that, let's see. Oh my gosh, there's been so many. What would be a good one to share? When I was younger, in my early 20s, and I'm not old, like I'm 33, but we're not counting 2020, so I'm 32. In my early 20s, I led with a lot of ego and reaction. I reacted, and I felt quick to defend and protect whatever cause or person came to me that I felt needed it, right? Not realizing that I was experiencing life the way I needed to experience it in that moment, to appreciate the fact that I don't react now, that I have the wisdom to respond, to pause and respond and ask myself if it's something I want to engage in, if it's valuable to the collective if I engage in it, and things like that, right? But in my earlier 20s, it was like, oh, well, this person says that they need help, so I have to help them. This person says that someone's bullying them. I have to be their voice because they're asking me to be their voice. And then I got wiser and smarter and started seeing that people were manipulating me and using me to be a pit bull of sorts for them, for their cause, so that they could keep their hands clean, and I was the one carrying the weight, right? So that's just one example of a lesson. So there are ways where we can live our life fulfilled and full of purpose, but we have to take a step back sometimes, oftentimes, and say, what have I learned? What have I gained up into this point in my life? What brings me joy about that? And then just apply that. Just apply it to whatever it is that you're doing and see how it feels now. See how it feels when you defend a cause, when you stand up for someone, when you, whatever it is. I'm just using that because that was my example, right? And that will help lead you to your purpose and your calling. And there's so much goodness for each of us to explore in our lifetime. And even the situations that are character building, that are challenging, that just flat out suck, have something in them that's making us better, that's preparing us for our tomorrow, for our future. And if we can just continue to look at things, I need to go because I think I'm about to burn my food. But if we can just look at things from that perspective and from that lens, I think that it would save a lot of us some heartache. Because whatever you're doing, it's okay. You can stop at any moment. You can pause at any moment and say, I've learned this lesson. Now I'm ready to apply it. So let me go because I'm definitely burning the food in my kitchen now. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so much love for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy Cinco de Mayo.